Alright. We are live. Alright guys, we are live. Your pal Tony's here. Welcome to a live version of Adventures in Massachusetts. Today we are over in Lexington, Mass. At the Minuteman Park. This is a national park. Free parking. The footage that you just saw about the battles and everything, we are actually on one of the 5-mile stretch that has been preserved from the Battle of the Revolution of America. This is when we had, oh wow, that's interesting. This is when the Minutemen were coming back and they were bombarded. There's a lot of history here. As you can see, there's also different spices that you can probably recognize, different things for the kids to do. But this is the visitor center. There's about 5 miles of this park. I just happened to stumble across it. So let's take a peek on what they have here. Looks like we're going to be going through a wooded area here. This is a great place to also brush up on your history. Now kids are out for the summer, you can bring them to one of these national parks. It's a lot to learn, it's fun to do, and most of all, this one is free. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit notifications. I just learned about that. It's that little bell. If you don't hit that bell, you're not going to get the new videos that I just recently posted. And as for everyone that's wondering, why is there no one ever on any of my videos? And how do I do it, especially when it's busy? This is how. As I am walking by people, I am pointing it at a different direction. And what do you know? It looks deserted, but it really isn't. Nice little camera trick for you. All right. One thing about doing a live feed, there is no editing on this, so so if I get anything incorrect, please leave a comment. That way I would actually learn something from today as well. Alright, here we are, another historical site here. Wow. I'm going to read this. In 1775, this house was the home of 3 generations of Whitmores. Jacob, Ezra Whitmore, Jacob's daughter Sarah, and her husband Moses Reed. And the younger couple's 3 children. On April 19th, Sarah was dangerously ill after childbirth. Her husband Moses, through a member of Captain Parker's Lexington Militia Company, chose to safeguard his family. That morning, rather than muster on the town common to await the British soldiers. So this is basically the invasion of Britain. This was way before the Revolution, way before the United States actually became a actual country. Reed family tradition relates that Moses took his family to hide in the swampy woods. That's probably where we just came from. This is rather interesting. To the south, until the fighting clears this section of the Battle Road. The family survived the day. Sarah recovered, and Moses went on to serve in the Continental Army. So this must be their house where they lived. I'm just going to pan over it. Yes, it is. It's the Jacob Whitmore house. It's something you don't see every day. I mean, just look at the architecture. It's totally different from the houses that we have today. Even the fence. No white picket fence here. It's rock fence. That's quite interesting. Well, let's move on. Yep, got more people. If there's any place that anybody wants me to record that we haven't been to yet, please leave a comment and I will look into it. This channel is focused right on everything to do with Massachusetts, no other state at this time. So here's a little shortcut to the visitor center and restrooms. In fact, this looks like it was all of his property. Good old Jacob's property. So let's see what else we have here. This must be the Battle Road. Neat lone trail. You can actually see the woods. Alright, that's private property there. Can't go down there. I am going to do a little bit of this park. This park, once again, it is 5 miles long. The original Battle Road was 16 miles. But at least they did preserve the 5. At least that's what one of the representatives at the visitor center has mentioned. Okay, folks, I see another plaque coming up. A lot of great walking here. Also, leave a comment on one of your favorite, what is your favorite video that I have done so far? I'd like to know. That way I can know how to basically tweak the channel to improve it. And don't forget to show all of our videos to all of your friends. Here we go. Huh, what is this? What is it? Press a button and you smell?
How can fewer than 100 farmers turn soldiers to protect their homes against...
Okay, that's rather interesting here.
In the early morning of April 19, 1775, Captain John Parker and the men of the...
But as you can see,
faced this exact dilemma.
Right here you have the colonial militia. Then you have the British Vanguard right over there. Now we are right here. This is the battle road, according to this. Whitmore's house is right over here. And so we are headed in this direction. We're going to continue on. Here we go. Oh, what's this? Maybe this is... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is the swampy path. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Oh no, it's actually not even a path, but we do have another placard coming. Alright, so I'm going to read this here. As the British column fought their way back to Boston, the situation became increasingly difficult. One aspirated officer wrote, "The numbers were increasing from all parts, while ours were reducing by deaths, wounded, and fatigue. The British continually sent out strong flash parties who would fan out on either side of the column to chase off colonial Minutemen militia and keep the column moving. It was exhausting work. When the advance guard of British soldiers crossed Nelson Bridge about 2 o'clock in the afternoon on April 19th, 1775, they sent flankers off to the left into the woods where they formed a line. This is probably where they were basically lined up. They were probably hiding in these woods, just awaiting to catch them by surprise. So that's a nice little detour. We got to learn a little bit more about this. In fact, looks like there is a trail. Should we continue on this trail or continue on? We should continue on this trail. Okay, guys, I'm on my way. Here we go. Let's see what this is. Let's see if we're making the right choice. I mean, can you imagine the British soldiers just staying right here? So they were in the woods way back here. Alright, I'm not going to go too far, guys. But they were in the woods way back here. way down there is the Battle Road. As the colonials started marching through, they had their rifles. And they caught them by surprise. Now that's history. That's interesting. Alright. Let's get back on this Battle Road. That was a quick little detour. And a little demonstration on exactly where they might have been. Here we go. And we're on our way back to the Battle Road. And this is interesting, guys. This is going to be a date that everyone should remember. April 19th, 1775. That's when this actually happened. They caught him off guard. But you know what? They didn't beat us down. And they were marching back to Boston. That's the other key thing I did find out. All right. Let's see what else is on this trail. Alright, there's the parking lot. It looks like they got some plants here. And we've got another placard. This placard is different. Alright. So over here, there was once a house. It's called Thus Nelson Jr. House, 1733. So you can actually kind of see where the steps were, in a way. It's rather interesting. Oh, it looks like a well. Here we go, guys. There's one of our natives right there. It's a snake. Didn't mean to scare you there. Alright, here we go. I'm just gonna hop up here real quick. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely see it. These were the steps. These had to have been the steps. I'm not gonna go any further due to respect. But you can see where this might have been a driveway, steps, and as you can see, right over here, you can see where all the rocks are. That might have been part of the yard, or it maybe even part of the house. All right, let's walk back this way. I'm going to be coming to a close very shortly, guys. I think this is the longest video I've ever done. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I do see here, faithful of danger. Alright, I'm going to read this, guys. Thomas Nelson Jr. lived at this site in a house built in 1761. His father, Thomas Nelson Sr., was the first of the Nelson's family to settle in this location along the Concord Road in the early 18th century. Upon Thomas Nelson Sr.'s death in 1770, his house, barn, approximately 30 acres, were divided among his 3 children. Daughter Tabitha inherited her father's house and barn to the east of this location, and son Joshua lived to the west. By the afternoon of April 1975, here we go, anticipating the clash of the British soldiers with colonial troops on the return, they started marching towards Boston. Many of the local residents, fearful of danger, left the area. When Thomas Nelson Jr. returned home with his family, they found a wounded British soldier on their doorstep. Wow. We're just at that doorstep too. Although the family nursed his wounds, the soldier died the next day. Alright guys, sorry about that. I had a phone call. Alright, so Thomas Jr., when he returned home back in April 1975, they anticipated the clash of the British soldiers with the colonial troops on the march towards Boston. Many of the local residents, they fearful of danger, left the area. When Thomas Nelson Jr. returned home with his family, they found a wounded soldier at the doorstep. Although the family nursed his way back to health, he ended up dying. He was buried nearby. So, we are coming close to the end. I'm not exactly sure where this music is coming from. So, please pardon that. I'm going to go a little bit further. It looks like I'm going to have 2 videos of this now. There was an incoming call and it interrupted the feed. So I do apologize about that. Alright, so let's see here. Oh yes, and with the 4th of July coming upon us, I just want to wish everybody out there a happy 4th of July. Please drink responsibly if you are into that. Come think of it, this is a great park to actually come down to. In fact, I'm very glad I'm doing it today because it's the week of the 4th.
Don't tell me.
Okay, here we go. First casualty of battle. Okay, so this must be the next house over. Let's take a peek here. Yep. This was definitely the son's house. Not much of it left. This might have been the doorstep. But you can see there was a fireplace here. Just use your imagination, you can actually see where everything was. This is really historic. Alright guys, I'm going to end my live feed now. So, for all those out there, I wish you guys a happy 4th of July. And I'll see you next week.